Hello everyone, this is Rays. I'm here bringing you guys another HUD tutorial today. Today we're going to be doing part 2 of the Changing Colors tutorial series, mini-series I guess, that I started quite a while ago, and I know I'm just now getting to it, but bear with me. We're going to try to keep this short, sweet, and to the point because since this is part 2 of the series, I'm going to go under the assumption that you guys, for the most part, have a general idea of what to do in terms of editing colors and messing with values and things like that, so we're going to cut straight to the chase. Okay, so first things first, what we're going to do is we're going to load into the server, and I'm going to completely base the entirety of this HUD tutorial around making the ammo colors either change colors to a different color when you're running low, same thing with health, or flash whenever you're running low on ammo, and again the same thing can apply. You can have it flash when you're low on health, but then making sure that once you regain your health, I guess, like once you go back up above that threshold to where you're not running low on health anymore or not running low on ammo, that it actually goes back to the right color that it's supposed to. Because a lot of you have been telling me that, oh yeah, well I used your step 1 or your part 1 tutorial to change the color of my ammo, but every time my ammo goes low and then I go get an ammo pack and I go back up to my normal ammo range, then it's gone back to the default color. And why is that? Before I dig right into it, basically I'm just going to say the long and short of it is you only did step 1 of like a, I guess a 3-step process, because yes, you have to make that first adjustment in the actual HUD ammo weapons or HUD Player Health file to make your first adjustment to the color values, but then you also have to get a step further and go into the HudAnimations._.tf.txt file, which we will get into right now. So I'm going to switch over to our other view here, and then now that we have that open, I will go ahead and open up our TF files, folders, whatever. But again, here we are on our TF folder, and I always do this in my tutorials just in case someone's watching it for the first time and they don't know how to navigate to their HUD. All custom HUDs are going to be stored from now on, since it's Steam Pipe Update, in your custom folder. So you'll go to Team Fortress 2 TF Custom, then you'll find the folder that has your HUD in it. Mine is Race HUD here. And from there, then you'll have your HUD files to work with. You know, you've got all your resources and all your scripts. But like I said, I'm going under the assumption that you guys basically, for the most part, have a general idea of what's going on. So we're going to cut right to the chase. We're going to open up our files that we're going to be working with. So that'll be HUD ammo weapons, and you guys will see that right about now if I can grab onto it. And then HUD Player Health, which is right here. And if you're not aware, these are the two files that mess with these two HUD elements on the screen here. They deal with the health amount and the health value, and the ammo amount and the ammo value. Obviously that makes sense, right? So we're going to switch back. Again, just I wanted to make sure you guys were on the same page with me. We'll do the ammo one first, and then I will show you that the same thing applies to the health, and that it's kind of a general process, and you can apply it to as many different HUD elements as you would like. So now that we're on our edit screen here, then let's find the values we're going to be editing. So if you're doing this for the first time, the ones you want to look for are HUD, well not HUD, sorry, ammo and clip, because that deals with the amount of ammo that you have loaded in your clip currently. Ammo and reserve, because that deals with the amount of ammo that you have in reserve. And then ammo no clip, which this one might be confusing to some of you guys. It's like for a specific player class where there's not any reserved ammo. Some examples of that would be the sniper rifle, because there's only the 25 bullets. Heavy with his 200 bullets, and then the pyro with his 200 ammo for fires and stuff. And so that's what ammo no clip is. Typically we like to make that the same color as our ammo and clip, just because, for means of keeping things orderly, but it can be whatever. But you'll see, first thing you'll notice when you look at these for me is that ammo and clip there's a name here in the FG color field instead of like an actual numeric value. And that's because, and I might have explained this, I can't actually remember if I explained it in my other tutorial before or not, but it is possible to save color values into the client scheme and define them as a name, and that way you can just call the name in the file later on. And that's probably the way you'd want to go if you're doing something like this. That way you could just do all your edits in one specific file and it would be done. But we're going to go under the assumption that you guys don't know how to do any of this, so we're just going to use color values and do it the old-fashioned manual way with as many steps as possible to kind of pound it out and show you the actual process behind it. So anyways, let's say we want our ammo to be a lime green color, just solid lime green, because I believe I did do that in my other tutorial for the charge meter, so we want it to match. That makes sense. So that'll be a simple 0, 255, 0, 255. You know, 0 red, 0 blue, but full visibility and full green. So we'll do that. And then let's assume we want our ammo in reserve to be blue. And so, of course, that'll be simple. Actually, let's make it magenta. We'll make it a magenta color. So that'll be full red, no green, full blue. And then we've got full visibility again. And then just for means of keeping everything orderly, we will go ahead and copy our ammo in clip value here and set it for our ammo no clip value here. And then we will save. Then we're going to switch back to our game mode here, and you'll see with a simple HUD reload scheme, then those new colors will take effect. We've got our nice magenta and our nice lime green. It's really vivid, it really stands out. But this is where a lot of you guys get confused. So you'll see that if I fire enough shots, here, wait for it. I know the winger takes forever, right? It'll have that low ammo animation there. And this is where a lot of you get confused, because you'll be like, man, I set the color right, and now I'm running low on ammo, so whenever I go back above, it should switch back to those colors. But you'll see that whenever I touch this resupply cabinet, they'll actually change back to the older values. And the reason that is because that's the way it's set up in the HudAnimations _tf.txt file, which we will explain in a second. So if you guys have gotten this far before where you've managed to change the color of the ammo in the clip, and the ammo in reserve, and the ammo no clip, and so when you do a HUD reload scheme, they'll be at their right colors, but when you touch the resupply after you're running low on ammo, then it switches back, and that means you've already fought half the battle, you're already halfway done. So the next thing you're going to want to do is we'll switch back to our mode here, and we will find our, where is it? HudAnimations _tf.txt file, which is in your scripts folder. So you'll find your HUD folder, go to scripts, open up HudAnimation _tf.txt. I don't think I said that right, I don't think I've said it right ever, but you know what I'm talking about. And the thing you're going to first want to search for is you're going to search for low ammo. And it's all one word, I believe, yes. And you should find something along the lines of event HUD low ammo pulse. Now there's a lot of things you're going to see here, and it might be kind of overwhelming at first, but if you've watched my HUD video on animating your crosshairs, animating your HUD crosshairs and all that jazz, kind of the same rule applies here, so it might not be completely unfamiliar, you might recognize some of these, but I'm going to go into the assumption that you have no idea what's going on, so we'll get right to it. Okay, so immediately once you get to this section, you'll notice these words here, ammo in clip, ammo in reserve, and ammo no clip, and you'll see that they correspond directly with the names of the files, or the names of the HUD entities in the HUD ammo weapons file. Now this is because these are the field names, or the HUD elements that are being controlled by this HudAnimation _tf.txt file. Wow, I said that wrong again. Oh well, whatever, we're gonna go with it. Basically what it's saying is, whenever you're running low on health, or not health, ammo, then it wants you to flash between these two colors. And the thing you need to notice here that you might not have noticed whenever you were animating your crosshair before, because this is specific to other HUD elements, is that these two numbers here at the end. Essentially, what this is this is a dual ammo pulse thing. And what that means is it starts out as this color, which is, I think, a darker red. No, it's a lighter red. And then after 0.075 seconds, then it will switch over to this color, and then after 0.075 seconds it will switch back to this color, and that's why you'll notice when we switch back to our game here, upon running low on our health, or not our health, well I keep saying that, upon running low on ammo, you will see, and it might be kind of hard to see in the video, but you'll see that pulsing color. You'll kind of see how it'll be a lighter color, and then it'll get darker, and that's what these two lines are basically doing. It's animating it to the lighter color for a second, and then to the darker color. So I guess a good rule of thumb is this is the start time for that, and then this is the duration of that animation, and then if there's something right next to it after that, then what that says is, then after you've animated this for this long, then animate this for this long, and then once you're done it should be at this time, and then it will continue to reset, because down here you'll see it's defined to run that event for 0.25 seconds, and considering that it runs this one for this amount and this one for this amount, then it gets to the end and it resets and it starts over, and that's kind of where the pulsing thing comes from. That means, wow, okay, sorry, messed up that sentence. By doing that, then it's basically looping the thing instead of having it change one color then to another and then getting stuck. And I only use the ammo and clip it in the example here, but the same thing applies to the ammo and reserve. And the ammo no clip, for example. And you see it's pretty much the same exact 2 lines of animation for all 3. And if you need a little more information about this, because I know I did a poor job of explaining the 2 variables here, you can scroll up to the top of the file, and it does explain it to you. Let me find it. Yep, see, run event, and then the start time, which is that first thing that you see. Oh, the animation, that's what we're looking for. We're looking for animation. So it would be animate, and then start time, and then the duration of that time, and yeah, etc., etc. That's essentially what it's saying. Like, you can kind of fool around with it, but basically what you want to have happen is you want to have this be the starting time, and then this be the halfway point to the full length of your time. That means it will run half and half. So this will be the one color half the time, and this color the other half the time. I apologize, I even confused myself a little bit there, and I know it's kind of a little iffy. You're like, why am I even listening to this guy? He doesn't know what he's talking about. But I promise it'll work. It will. You just gotta bear with me here. Anyways, let's get around to animating the colors. So let's assume that we do not like this red and we do not like this orange color at all, and instead we want it to flash different colors. Let's assume we want our ammo and clip to flash red and blue, and then our ammo and reserve to flash between being black and white. Boom, we will get to that right now, because these are easy colors to animate. So we want our ammo and clip to flash between red and blue. So let's have red be first. And this is where the fun part comes in. This is when you really get to the experimentation. You can make your red value that, and then your blue value will be this. And then we're going to go ahead and copy and paste all of this right here. Because I'm lazy and I do not like doing work. Go ahead and copy and paste this again. And that's basically what I'm doing there, is I'm just having the ammo no clip change to the same color as the ammo and clip, just kind of for means of consistency. And then we want our ammo and reserve color to flash between black and white, which is really easy as well. If you guys do not know, black is 000 255, and white is 255 255 255 255. Boom. Okay, so then let's switch back to our game, and I will show you that the animation has taken effect. Again, whenever I run low on ammo, it's going to take forever because I have the winger. But there you go. We've got our seizure-inducing flashing there on our ammo. So there we go. We're 2/3 of the way done now. We've successfully animated our ammo when we're running low, and we've changed the color of the ammo whenever it's not running low. However, you'll notice when I touch resupply, we still have that issue of it being the old ammo colors. That's when step 3 comes in. So let's switch back over and we'll take care of that really quick. You'll see that after you make your adjustments here, you'll scroll down and you'll see the stop event. And this is basically what it's saying is, once you're not running low on ammo anymore, whenever you stop the low ammo pulse, then switch back to these colors. And you can't see it, but in the client scheme.res file, I have ammo and clip and ammo and reserve defined to those purple and blue colors, and that's why it switches back to those when the I guess low ammo animation is done. And so if we want to make it to where that it switches back to the right colors, then this is where step 3 comes in. We go to our HUD ammo weapons file. Okay, we find our colors that we defined each of them to be. So in this instance, I think our ammo and clip was this green color, as well as our ammo no clip was this green color. And then our ammo and reserve was this magenta color. Whoop. We'll hit Control S to save that, and then we'll switch back to the game. And you'll see now, upon doing our HUD reload scheme, we have our colors that we defined here for our ammo. And then once we run low, we should have our low ammo animation. Okay, so there we go, we've got our low ammo animation, and then upon touching the resupply cabinet or gaining more ammo, then you should see that our ammo count should be those colors that we defined rather than the ones that they were before. And boom, there you go. So with that being said, you have successfully animated your ammo colors there. And the same thing applies for health, both for overheal and both for dying. Now I'm not going to go through the whole step-by-step process again because it's literally exactly the same as the ammo one, but I will show you guys a little bit of variation before I get out of here. So we'll switch back to the file here. So let's assume that instead of wanting it to blink, we just want it to be a solid color. Then that's really easy. All you have to do is you get rid of this second line here. So like let's assume we just want it to turn black in reserve, and we just want it to be red when we are running low. We'll get rid of the second line here. We'll change our values here to just completely like nothing, like just get rid of all numerical values to where it's just zeros everywhere. And then we'll do a quick save, and then upon doing that you should see that whenever we run low on ammo, instead of doing that alternating blinking like we were doing before, they should just stay that solid color. So I mean, some people prefer the solid color over the blinking. It's really up to personal preference, and you guys can experiment. And nothing's telling you guys that it's limited to 2 either. Like if you really wanted them to flash rainbow, or you wanted them to be like every color you could possibly think of, as long as you have them spaced out in even intervals and you have them all within that amount of time that you have the loop running for, then they will all fit in there. So it's really up to you guys to experiment, but that is the process that you have to do. And before I go, we will go over HUD Player Health very briefly. I'll at least show you guys the right place to look, but the same rules apply to animating the low health and overhealed health colors. So you can make them flash and whatever if you want to. It's really up to you. Okay, so we're going to switch back to our thing here. We'll go to our HUD Player Health. And same type of deal applies here. I'm just kind of skim through this, be really brief. You guys can make the adjustments on your own. If you guys have any questions, throw them in the comments. But hopefully you won't have any issues. So the number that you're going to want to change here on the HUD Player Health file is going to be called Player Status Health Value. It'll be right here. Actually, it won't be right here. It'll be in a random spot depending on who made your HUD. But just look for health value. Actually, this is probably the golden thing to search for. This percent sign, health percent sign, because some people in other HUDs might define it as something other than player status health value. But what this thing is, this is the static, I guess, definition for how much health a particular player has. Not static, dynamic. And so if you search for this, then you'll find the player status health value. It'll at least be named something similar to that, and from there then you'll be able to use the FG color command to animate. So I'm just gonna do this really fast. We're gonna speed up the process, not do it step by step. But let's make our health red, and you guys might just want to keep rewatching this part of the video if you're trying to animate your own health values and you're a little confused. Okay, so we'll have it be red. Actually no, we'll have it be green. Green's a neutral color. Okay, so we'll have it be green whenever it's just plain, like whenever you don't have an overheal and you're not hurt. And so then the first thing you want to search for is, if you want to do the overheal first, you'll search for bonus. And you'll find something called HUD Health Bonus Pulse. That's where the fun stuff begins. I'm not in the right spot though, so we'll search for HUD Health Bonus. And here's the actual one, HUD Health Bonus. And so here's where we'll edit our player status health value. And we want it to be blue because blue is a cool color, and that represents something positive. So we'll make it blue. And then down here we'll find where it stops, and then we need to make it go back to that green again. So we'll make it green. And we'll save that, and then we'll search for the dying. I believe it's called dying pulse here. Yeah, health dying pulse. It should be right underneath the bonus. And we want it to be red whenever you're dying. So you'll find your player status health value in the dying section. Oh, well, that sounds terrible. Make it your red value, 255.00.255, and then we want it to switch back to that green color again. So it'll be 0.255.0255, and then we'll save. And that's all you have to do. Right there, we're done. So I'll switch back to the game mode here, and you will see that whenever I run low on health, after my health is green, I do the HUD reload scheme there. It turns red, and then upon getting more health, instead of going back to that white color it was before, it stays green because we defined that in our HudAnimations file. And then let's get some medics here so I can use the hurt me command. We'll just type in our hurt me, nice, 999, and boom. Now when we're overhealed, we've got that blue color. And it might take a while to get rid of this overheal, but I promise that it'll switch back to green whenever the overheal goes away. Actually, no, I think I can blow it away with stickies. Let's just do that really quick. We'll get there one day. We'll get there one day. Please. Okay, this will for sure get rid of the buff. And boom. Oh crap, it went to red. Fine, I'll just get a medic to heal me. Okay, there we go. Heal me, medicals men. Okay, see, it goes from red to green to blue, and there you go. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. You've got your health and ammo animated. So hopefully you guys are able to have a lot of success upon editing your HUDs. But again, I say thanks for watching. You guys have a good day, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever the case may be where you are. And I will see you guys again next time.